Good morning. We're back here on the Sage Creek Cottage build, and our footings have been poured. And as you can see, our interior footings inside of the crawl space are 12 inches wide and little over 6 inches here, about 7 inches deep, and they have anchor bolts in them ready to pick up the stem walls that will carry the floor system. In our exterior footing, we're 16 inches wide, a little over 8, pushing 10 inches deep, and we have some clips mounted on top of them and dowels coming out. These dowels will carry 2 horizontal number 4 rebars all the way around the perimeter, and the purpose that we put these in is if the soils do move and the foundation wants to take stress, that rebar ties everything together. Cracks, if there is a crack in the foundation, it's a hairline crack. It doesn't open up because the rebar is holding it together. Another component to your foundation, especially on a crawl space, or actually for a crawl space, is what's called the foundation vent. As you can see here in my hand, it has an operable flapper inside of it, screened to prevent bugs to come in, and these will be poured in our foundation wall. And the purpose of them is to allow adequate ventilation, cross ventilation, from one side of the foundation to the other. Eventually there's going to be black plastic on the floor here that's called the vapor barrier in the crawl space to prevent moisture from rising and creating a mildew issue in your joist space. The other part component to that is these foundation vents to allow, you can open them in the spring and let the spring and summer air flow through and keep your crawl space dry, close them in the winter so the cold air's not coming in, and they allow for you to have proper ventilation in your crawl space. Here we're looking at a foundation wall form. On this particular project, it's a crawl space, so the foundation wall form's 2 feet tall, and they can go as tall as need be, whether we're pouring a basement, a crawl space, or slab on grade. The way this system works is this plywood system stands on top of the footings, basically the same concept as the footing video where the 2x8s and 2x6s retain the concrete so it can be vibrated and condensed. Same thing will happen here. This will be stood up, or 2 bars, horizontal bars of rebar will be installed and tied to our vert bars. There will be another panel on the other side that will close it up. These ties tie the wall together so that it can expand when we put the vibrator in and condense the concrete. And then it'll strip off and you'll have a nice beautiful wall at 2 feet tall in this case.